Let's see. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today, we're going to look at some of the upcoming things that are coming on the HSN Craft Day on Tuesday. I'm just going to show you some of the stuff I've seen that I think looks pretty cool. There's so many things that come out on Craft Day, and some of us, like myself, have to work, right? And so I thought I'd just do a quick 15 minutes on some of the coolest stuff I think you should take a look at. So that's what we're going to start. While I adjust everything so I can show you, I'm going to bring this up to show you on Wednesday. The plan is to create some ideas for thermal books. So start actually crafting with those. I'm excited about that. That's coming up on Wednesday. And go ahead and switch over to my desktop. So you'll be able to see over here all the things we're looking at. The first company I wanted to talk about was this Stamps by Me. They had a couple of really cool products. So I don't know if anyone else has this problem with crafty products, but so many things are floral. Like, oh my gosh, floral, 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 floral. Now, don't get me wrong, I like floral, but at some point, I want something else. And that's kind of the point that I'm at now. So I always like to appreciate when a company goes with something other than floral. So here is this like go-go boots, 80s disco theme that I just thought was really cool. I don't think it's something that I'll get personally, but I did really like these two dies down here with the dancers. If I could have just gotten those two alone, I would have. But just overall, I think this theme was really cool. Really excited. They have even a layering stencil for the disco ball, which is just awesome. All in all, I thought this was a really cool set. Definitely take a look at if it at all piques your interest. Oops. The other thing by the Stamps by Me was this Urban Life paper set. And it's 5x7 paper pad with 25 designs. There's 3 of each design, so 75 pages total. And there were a couple really cool paper sets in there. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of bring these out. They go with the next stamp set that I'm going to show you that kind of makes it look like a reflection, but they were really cool. There was a few too many urban ones, which I guess goes with the name, but I liked some of these more like, I don't know, elfin ones. So that's why those were the couple that I really liked, and then there was a lot that I didn't. So I don't think I'm going to get this stamp or this paper pad, but some of this stuff was really cool. And it goes along with this also really cool stamp set where you have, an outline person with their kind of watery shadow, which turned out really cool. They also have this tree, just a really fun one that I thought they did a great job on. So that is definitely one to think about. It really just makes the whole card super easy. So that was Stamps by You. The next item is the big kahuna, the Thermal Cinch. So I believe this is the product of the day or whatever it is on HSN that they call it, but the big deal. And it's the Thermal Cinch, and it also has a bunch of extra goodies. So the Thermal Cinch, you kind of create a book. And I believe you can create a book from like a quarter of an inch thick to an inch and a half. I'm not sure 100%. We can go back down and look for the exact width you can create, but anything that'll go into this hole is what you can do. And I think it's 1.25 inches and 1.5 inches that you can do. So it comes with a bunch of spines, and I think these are all 1/4 inch spines. So that's something to note. There's also 12 glue strips, which my understanding is you can stack those next to each other and create a wider book. So I believe each glue strip is going to be 1/4 inch, but if you wanted an inch book, you could just put 4 right next to each other. A clip, 3 binding spines, and a set of instructions. So that's, it doesn't say how wide, but I believe it's 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches that you can actually make. Now it's already out. It's $99. I'm guessing this is going to go down $10 more. That's my guess. No promises, but I'm guessing it's going to go down $10 more. And there's going to be some sort of auto ship. They don't show what that auto ship is going to be, but they have a lot of really cool examples of books they created. I'm really excited, and it's just looking really cool. Here you can see kind of, you compile the pages and the cover, you put the binding and accessories on, you bind it, then you've got your own cool book, and I am just so excited. I honestly have already bought this. So because I was just so excited, and it's going to be awesome. So along with that, they have a couple of different kind of add-ons. The two biggest ones that I thought were really cool is this one, the 859145, and it has a bunch of different spines and glue strips. It's like 50 glue strips. You can see here 50 glue strips, and then 18 spines, pre-made spines, and those are all going to be, I believe, 1/4 inch. But I think that's probably about the size you're going to make for most of your books. So if you want it easy, you can just get those. If you want just the glue strips, this is the right one to go for. Now, I looked at some other sites, and for this individually was like $26. So it was $10 for these 3 things. So I might go ahead and get that. I don't think you need to get a zillion of the spines, right? Just buy the glue strips when you need them. Although sometimes they don't order enough at the very beginning. So I don't know. It's a hard line. It's something to think about buying. The next one is this, and this comes with 12 of the glue strips, so you can make it any size book. And then a couple of these acetate sheets, which you can put on the front, like they have on this really cool book. So I thought that one was fun. But again, it only has 12 of the glue strips. So that's just something to think about when you're looking at all the accessories, how many glue strips are actually in there, because it's different and you need to look at that closely. The final thing, which I don't think I'm going to get, I do like these right here, these stencil bookmarks. I don't particularly care about the other 3 bookmarks, so I might have to buy these separately from some other website. But I think it's cool. If you like the other ones, definitely worth looking at. Next, I wanted to look at some of Crafter's Companion stuff. I do love how they always come out with a booklet. It's so helpful. And let's go ahead. The first big thing they have is this Cosmic Collection. It has some interesting stuff. It's not my thing. I'm not a huge outer space person. The one thing I thought was really cool was this 12 by 12 paper pad, because it's on like iridescent paper, which sounds cool, but just all in all, for me, it wasn't a you must get this. I did like this one die though. You see there. So let's skip that one. The next one they had is this Floral Elegance, and I just talked to y'all a few minutes ago about how much I don't need any more floral stuff. So while I think this one is really cool, it's not something that I need, and so it's a skip for me for that specific reason. Although that looks really cute. All the stuff from this one looked really cute. I could totally see if you're like, no, I need to get that. These half create a card dies I think are really cool. I even like the rose. It's different than almost anything I have, but it works well with what I do have. I like it. It's cool. The butterfly's fine. It would definitely get used. The I really like this tree one. I don't love the people on it. Do you see how the people and the bike are integrated? I wish that was the secondary die, although it may be. I can't really tell. No, it's definitely integrated. You can see right there. I would just always cut that off, and that would annoy me that I'd have to cut it off. So that's my one problem with that one. Otherwise, I would 100% get that tree die without a thought, even being fine with getting a heart included. So I'm thinking about it. I will see how much it costs, is kind of where I'm at there. Finally, the bow and cross I think are really cute. So these dies I like a lot. I don't love that it cuts in and cuts out on one side and the other. It's a cool idea, but it does limit it a little bit for me. That means I kind of have to fussy cut it out if I don't want it all together. That's my one big thing about these dies that I don't love. So moving on, they have some more florals, which are cool, but again, I don't need it. If you need a hand crank machine, they've got the MIDI. It's good. I've had one before. I sold it because I never used it. I For me, that motion with the wrist just hurts too much. They do have the wax seal kit, which if you've never played with wax seals is fun. I like my wax seals, but I don't use them all the time. So, and I've already got almost all that stuff. So, it's a skip for me, but something to think about. You can do some pretty cute stuff with it. Then we have the hydrangea collection, which again, very cute, but floral. It's 100% floral. I don't need any more florals. I do love hydrangeas. Let's see. I think that's about it. The last thing I did want to bring up was the mesmerizing glitter. I'm a big fan of their glitter paste. You can do a lot of cool things, and these mesmerizing glitters are really fun. Don't worry, we'll be playing with them some more. So if you haven't got them and you're thinking about it, I would recommend. They're a lot of fun, and we will definitely be using them again. Uh, Anna Griffin, I wasn't super impressed by her selection this month, but sometimes she hits it out of the park. Sometimes, it's not for me, but it might be for other people for sure. The two things I did like was this 4th of July America collection. I think that's definitely really cool. I'm seriously thinking about getting this. And then here we can look a little bit closer at the papers. Some of the ephemera that comes with it, really cute. Now, of course, if you aren't an America fan, maybe it's not the right thing for you, but USA, USA. The other item I did like a lot, and I haven't seen it come up on the website yet, but if it comes up and I'm able to snatch it, I definitely want to do that. Is this really cool stamp where it's like a repeating, they're all repeating stamps, so you can create some really cool backgrounds, and just all in all, I was a fan. Looks cool. I'm excited. Apparently, it's a reprint from some stamps she's done in the past. Look at that. Just adorable. So, that's the one big thing from Anna Griffin I'm definitely thinking about getting. The problem with the America stuff is I don't really need a ton more paper. If it was just the ephemera, I would totally get it, but I just have so much paper. I don't use enough pattern paper to really get more, but that's just a me thing. For Diamond Press, they're one of my favorite dye companies. I think they make great dyes, and I especially like their sentiment dyes. I almost never buy sentiments. I hate getting sentiments. I have so many sentiments on every type of sentiment, but Diamond Press does sentiment dyes so well. They do it the best that I've seen. They all cut out in like one one big thing. It's they look great. I never have an issue with my die cuts from Diamond Press, and I thought these looked really cute. I do think that these might have come out in the last craft day or possibly previous to that, and they're not new, but they're new to me, and I thought they were really cute. Otherwise, there wasn't anything super die press impressive for me, except for this really cool table caddy. You can see how cool that is. You can put all this different stuff on the side of your table. If you need some more space, this is definitely something to consider. It is $50. The shipping and handling should be a little bit less, right, if you're buying other stuff on craft day, but definitely something to think about. I really liked the color aqua, and then the white is, of course, always fine too. Now, outside of HSN Craft Day, one other thing I wanted to mention was the Salmon Says stamp is having this 20% off their Tim Holtz Distress Embossing Glazes with this DSTR20 code. And if you're like me and really like these distress glazes, that's something to think about. It's valid through the end of this month. So they have like all the colors. I only have, I don't know, about 20, and I would love a few more colors. I don't know that I need every single color in his collection of these embossing glazes, but kind of adding a few more wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So I'm thinking about that as well. That is everything I wanted to cover. Let's go ahead and just refresh. If you're looking at the HSN site, what I recommend is going to the craft and sewing and then sorting by newest. And that'll show you everything new that's coming in. Sometimes it automatically goes to featured, and they hide some of the newer stuff because they want to save it for the actual craft day. You can kind of get around that by hitting newest. So you can see some of the Stamps by Me stuff we looked at, the Crafter's Companion stuff. It's starting to go up online. So if you're wanting to get things in and get them to you, now is the right time. So here's these like butterfly and rose dies that we were looking at. I hope this was helpful to y'all. Reminder, come back on Wednesday for where we're actually going to be crafting, and we'll start to get some books ready. I doubt that I'll have my Thermal Cinch by then, but we can get some books ready so then next Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time, we can go ahead and start making some awesome books. I hope you guys had a great day and stay crafty.